See, it's only you. Yeah, I got pasta. Yeah. Hey, Jilly. Hi, Tanya. How you doing? Welcome to my live. Just going to wait for a few more people to come in before we get started. But how is everyone? How is everyone doing? Hey, how we doing? Hello, Jilly. How are you? Sorry, guys, I haven't been on for a few days. I pulled my back in the week. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Yeah, I pulled my back in the week and the weekend, and I've been a bit poorly, so back to it. It was my first day back at work again today, after a couple of days off, and I got through that, so that's good. Oh, you're doing great. Well, nice. Where are you from, Tanya? I don't think you've been in my life before, have you? Agnes has found me new emojis. So yeah, guys, get sharing the live, and we'll get a few more numbers popping in, and yeah, we'll get started in a minute. It's starting off a bit slower than normal. Normally it's really kicking up by now. But how is everyone doing? Not good enough. Yeah, I know, Chris. I understand your pain. So how is everyone? I'm from SC. Where's SC from? Where's SC? I'm in the UK, so I'm not too sure if that's anywhere in the UK. So we've only got 10 in here now. We need to get a few more, so we'll wait a bit. But just so you know what's going on, guys, I've got this new stand, so I'm going to be able to move you around in the kitchen a little bit more, and so you can get a bit more closer of what's going on in the action. So, let's move this. So I've got to get used to this new stand. We've got a few ingredients going on down there. So tonight we're going to be making a couple of dishes with these beautiful king oyster mushrooms. Carolina, USA. Oh, well, welcome. Sorry, I'm not very good at my abbreviated terms on different areas, so sorry about that. So we're going to be using these lovely king oyster mushrooms, which I've got quite a few of them here. I had an event last week and I over-ordered a bit for myself, and I thought, well, might as well use them up myself. And we decided to do a Hungarian dish called paprikas, which is native of Agnes. She's from Hungary, so she's told me how to make the dish. And also, I'm also going to make a nice vegetable country soup with these lovely mushrooms chopped through it as well. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. And also, you'll be able to get closer to the action, because now I can do this. So you can see me chop my finger in person. Instead of being so far in the distance. So that's a little bit of a bonus. So it's great. I can move you back here again for now, and which is great. So perfect. So that's a bit better. 152 people. That's a bit more better. So guys, welcome to my live. My name's Anthony. If you've never been here before, I'm a professional chef. I trained in London, and I've been a chef for about 21 years now. 21 years. And I work in a vineyard. I'm a head chef, and I get evenings off, which is really lucky, which is unheard of. So I get to cook at home and cook for you lovely people a few times a week, if I can make it, that is. I haven't been the best in the last few days as I've been ill, but I'm back to it now, and back to cooking a few bits at home. So I've got a YouTube channel where I post all my lives. So if you've only just joined in halfway, it doesn't matter, or if you can't watch all of it, it doesn't matter. You just subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's on my bio, in my TikTok profile. Just click on there. How do you stay passionate? I just love food. I mean, it's not hard when you love food, Danny. It's just comes naturally. You know, I love eating it. I love preparing it. I love the creativity. It's free. You know, there's not many rules in cooking, and you just create stuff as well. You know, I've never stopped learning, and that's the beauty of it. You know. Hi Ree, how you doing? So guys, I'm gonna get cracking on, I think. But like I said, if you can't stay through it the whole live, it doesn't matter. You can catch up on my YouTube, and it's not a problem. And also, guys, we've got a little competition. For the guys who are subscribers already, we've actually got a Christmas cake competition. And what that is if you're a subscriber, then we're going to automatically enter you into this competition if you're UK based only, sorry. And we're going to put your name on a wheel, and we're going to raffle off a lovely Christmas cake that Agnes has made, and she's been soaking in sherry and brandy for the last two months, I'd say. So if you do sign up, it's quite a good way, you know, to get your Christmas cake delivered to your door for this Christmas. So don't miss out, guys. I mean, I'll show you later on and show you how it's getting on. She's just done the last soak on it now, and we're going to raffle that off on this Sunday, ready to be sent out. So it won't be that long. Okay, guys. Right, let's get cracking on. Right, first of all, I'm going to put my pan of water on out the back because I've got some pasta on to cook while we get the rest ready. And that's going to be serving my paprikas. So we're going to start getting chopping as well. Right, first of all, we got these beautiful mushrooms to chop down. The whole stalk is edible, so you don't really need to trim off it. The whole thing is edible, so it's all good. And they're very meaty mushrooms as well. You can chop them however you like. I'm going to go quite chunky for the paprikas. I want to go like this, like that. I'm not going to be doing anything really pretty with it. Just like that. I'm going to get a tray for that as well. So, I'll bring you closer to the action at the same time so you can see what is going on. Right. Get to the tray. Right, here we go. So, I'm going to chop these up first, guys. How's this for a new angle on the cooking? Is that good? Okay. And then what we're going to be doing soon as well, we're going to be chopping up some a little bit smaller for the soup, but this is literally just for the paprikas first. You don't need to peel these, they're very nice and clean, really, really nice. Just like so. Right. Okay. Do probably about 2/3 of this. And what else? What else we're going to be cutting into this? We're going to be doing some onions and garlic, some red peppers. We're also going to be using some paprika, which is Hungarian. This is actual proper Hungarian paprika. We bought it back when we were over there last Christmas. It's beautiful, beautiful handmade paprika. So bright in colour. I'll show you actually. Really, really nice. I don't know if you'll be able to see this properly on here, but this stuff is really, really good. So we're going to be using that, and then the great thing about Hungarian paprika, it hasn't got the bitterness like the Spanish one. The Spanish one, it's okay, it's got its uses, it's great in paella and things like that, but the Hungarian one is so much sweeter. Sorry? Oh, Ree, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. I've hit my goal, guys. Can you believe? I'll add you into the Discord chat later, and you can join our little community with Kerry and everyone else, and Agnes and Marlon and Pink, and yeah, there's a few people in there now, which is lovely. Not all the subscribers have gone into the Discord yet, but I don't know if they got it or not. But thank you so much. I'll add you into the Christmas cake raffle as well, which we're going to be drawing this week. So. Okay, I think that'll be it. So, I don't know if you can see this, guys. I'll bring it closer. So that's what I'm going to use for the paprikas. These will shrink in size as well, a little bit. I'm making quite a lot because I want to use these up. I don't want these hanging around in my fridge. I like to use it up, freeze it down, eat it throughout the winter and things like that. But these ones now, I'm just going to chop a bit smaller because I want to make a nice country style soup. And you don't want to have that size because you want to have just a spoon to eat the soup, so you've got to have them to fit on your spoon. So we're going to go about like that for, I'd say about like that for soup. You see that alright? Hey Richard, how you doing? Hey, oh, hey Millie. Hope you're well. Millie, have you moved to Brighton yet? Or are you still where we are? So guys, how are you finding this? Is this good enough? Are you seeing everything that's going on? Maybe go a bit lower. How about that? There we go. Yeah, they did. You're absolutely spot on, Fu. They did cost about 20 quid. Because I had an event last week and I ordered too many, but I used what I needed and I've got the rest to us. Yeah, and this is why I'm not going to waste them. I want to make sure that I use them all up. I'm not going to waste it, and we're going to make some lovely bits out of it. So, absolutely spot on there. Yeah, it's cracking cheer. I love my Linkin Park and Lost Prophets and Papa Roach and Blink 182 and oh god, it goes on. Stained, all sorts. I love. It's all my era I grew up with, all the genre I grew up with. Yeah, Millie, we're all missing you. Come back to work with us. Where are you? I thought so. Yeah, it is a lot like a treat. I made a nice tuna pasta. Or you know what? I had tuna pasta the other day actually. It's one of those quick, easy meals. Just didn't have I wasn't feeling great, so it was one of those meals I could knock up easily and not spend too much time in the kitchen. Get my back. I pulled my back last week, so I just needed to get better. So back to it now. Back to the work. You know what? That's enough. I think I'm going to save these for another dish in the week. I'll put those aside. Put those in a bowl. Right, get these in a bowl, and then we're going to chop some onions and get those ready next. So I don't know if you guys have noticed the knife that I'm using. So this is a British-made knife made by Savanaki. They make these beautiful, beautiful handles, and they're all hand sharpened and hand forged, etc. in the UK. And yeah, I've had it for a couple of weeks now. Absolutely love it. And I managed to get a discount code for you guys if anyone else ever wanted to get one from them as well. So if you ever want to purchase a Savanaki knife from them, then let me know and I can give you a discount code for 15% off, and it gives you about 30 quid off it actually. So just, let me know. Alright, we'll chop these up. And we're going to go through here and down. Sorry? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so it's capital letters Anthony 15 is the code, for the discount code on Savanaki knives. Have a look on there. It's only for the DNA range. So what I mean by the DNA range, you see like these marbled style handles, and on the handle it says DNA as well. It's backwards on there because of the camera, but DNA on there. That's their new range that they released a few months back, and I had my eye on them all the time. And then Agnes was naughty and went and ordered one for me without me knowing. But love her, absolutely love her. She's amazing, and she's a chef as well, so she understands the value of a knife, a good knife that is. Hi Jeremy, how you doing? So, you get these. Oh, I need a bowl for my rubbish. Just get a bowl out. There's a bowl. There is a bowl. Guys, I've lost my bowl. Where is it? Find it. This will do. This will do. This will do. Put it in here. Just for my. I like to put all my trim-ins in something so I can throw it straight in the bin. That one as well. So, just getting these onions nicely diced. Like so. Try not to chop my fingers off as well. Yeah, they are fantastic knives as well. And yeah, they do have a lifetime warranty on these as well, guys. You know, all they ask you to do is make sure that you look after the edge on a honing steel. You know, making sure you're looking after them. If something defects on them, like the handle breaks, or you know something's actually wrong with the knife, then they'll fix it or replace it. You know, free of charge, because it's a lifetime guarantee. But they're very confident about their knives and how well made they are, and I'm confident that they'd be a knife for life as well, just by using it. I've used many knives over my career. So, right, get rid of these little stalks on here. Okay, get some chops as well. My water is now boiling for my pasta as well, so I'm just going to pop that on the back. So I've got a bit of sea salt here, just a bit of sea salt. I'm just going to salt my water for my pasta on the back. You can't see it, there's no point in me showing you how to put salt in water. But I'm just going to put a bit of salt in there, and I've got some pasta here that I'm just going to boil off. So the best tip I can give you about boiling pasta is the water. When cooking it, try and make it as salty as the sea. So if anyone's been swimming in the sea and accidentally had a mouthful of water, yeah, try and go for that sort of amount of salt in the water, and it seasons your pasta really, really nicely. And give it about 9 minutes. Hey Google, 9-minute timer. Talking about minutes, I need to set a timer.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Don't understand. Hey Google, 9-minute timer.
Okay. 9 minutes.
There we go.
Alright,
I found a bit of garlic in my fridge. It's looking a bit... Must have chopped it off, chopped some of it off the other day, but it's still okay. Just needs a good peel. Just take a few of these cloves off. So we're going to use some for... I haven't got any more garlic in my fridge, but this will be enough for what I need for tonight. Is there any more in there? Yeah, there's 2 more there. So... Cool, 8,500 taps already, guys. You guys are absolutely smashing it. Thank you so much. All the taps on the screen, guys, they really do help to push the viewers out to the different viewers, and you know, showcase the live a little bit. So thank you very much if you're smashing the screen. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Right, so just going to chop through this garlic, like so. Just. Yeah. Am I allowed to join your Yeah, I'm sorry, 101 Stacey. It's only for subscribers only. That's part of the community, and I try and do it as an incentive. Sorry, I'll get my words out there. As an incentive for people to join us. It's a really lovely community. If any questions you ever had about cooking, or just want to have a chat with the community, you know, we all say morning to each other. Been a bit quiet recently because we've been really busy, but you know, when we do get chatting, it is lovely. It is really nice, and the more people we have in there, more the merrier. But you know, subscribing, you're not just subscribing for Discord. We're gonna send out a Christmas cake for a winner on we're going to do like a names wheel for any UK based subscribers, so you also entered into that, and we're also thinking that we might do this once a month with like brownies and things like that as well, so there'll be an incentive for joining us. Right, so we've got some garlic chops as well, like so. I just added a little bit of salt when I've done that, and I'm just pulling the knife through just to make like a puree like that. So the salt acts like a grit and breaks down the cells in the garlic, and as you can see, you get a lovely puree like that. So we've got our onions like that, and we're just going to rinse my hands. Okay. I've always worked. Sorry, like any chef things. I've always worked in a kitchen all my life. Sometimes that's the best way, Stacey. You know, starting from the bottom and working your way up. I mean, before I started training, I was washing up. I mean, we all have to start somewhere, but having the understanding in the kitchen is the most important. And I'm sure you'll agree that the pot washer, I'd say, is probably one of the most important people in the kitchen. Because without that pot washer, the chefs are nothing, and we would struggle without it. Right, I've got some onions chopped. I'm going to put that with my little mix over here. Another little tip how to chop a pepper without getting all the seeds everywhere and using all of the flesh. So, hey Chef Dale, how you doing? So guys, you want to cut this like a square. Instead of just like chopping this off and then trying to scoop all the seeds out, this is how I do it. So, let's see if I can get a better angle on this. Oh, there we go, that's better. So, you chop down like that, turn it, and chop again down like that, and turn it again, keep turning it, so end up like a square like that. Okay? You see like all the seeds are in there, but we're not going to waste all this either. We're going to take the bottom off like that, so we've got the bottom off, and we've got the stalk end as well. We've still got all that flesh around it. You just cut through there, that encases all the seeds and you don't need that bit, that can go in there. And this bit here, all you have to do is break it off like around like that, and this bit just comes out like that. See? So that's how to use all the pepper up without any wastage and loads of seeds all over your board. I had 3 seeds on my board out of the whole lot. And then what we're going to do is just going to chop these in strips like that. Okay. And this one. There we go. So 1 whole red pepper, chopped up, no wastage at all. Okay. Right. So next, I'm going to add that just in here, out of the way. And then we're going to chop some tomatoes with the paprikas as well. So we've got a few tomatoes. I'm going to use about 3. So just going to cut through these like this. These are going to be cooked, so they don't have to be perfect. Just going to chop them down like this with the seeds in and everything. Lovely fresh chopped tomatoes. Like that. Take that stalk out. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Don't want you. And you can see how sharp these knives are, guys. It's just absolutely making butter of these tomatoes. Okay, last tomato. Like this. Hey, Connor, how you been? I've been good, mate. How have you been? How's the singing going? I haven't actually been on your live for a while. I've been very busy at work and been ill and haven't been on TikTok much. So, how you been? How's things? Hopefully you're still hoovering up. Right, that. So guys, we've got some chopped tomatoes. Just going to get a bowl for that as well. Okay, get these into a bowl. Back. And I just want to wipe this down this board as well. Okay. Loads of stuff, loads of prep. Been chopping all day today. You'd think I'd be fed up with it. Okay. Alright, that's better. Alright, the first song is... Oh, nice. Your song's nearly completed. Is it all over your profile, mate? Okay. Gonna be chopping up now, guys. Gonna be chopping up a couple of potatoes for our soup as well. And just get a peeler. Right, so just going to peel these really, really quickly. These are the best peelers ever. These this one I've got here. It's called Kunrikon. They're just so sharp, and they're just probably the best peeler I've used in the kitchen ever. There we go, sorted. Ah, my pasta. I was wondering where that was going to go. Right, let's have a look, make sure, see how far we are with that as well. Just check this out. So guys, a couple of potatoes now. This is going to be for the soup. The pasta is ready, so I'm just going to go and drain that. Okay, pasta's drained. So guys, I want to use this later, but you know, I always see people like rinsing it under the tap and it loses all its flavour. So all you need is a bit of oil. Just while it's hot, just a bit of oil, just pour it over and just stir it together. Right? And what that does is that puts a barrier between each individual pasta and it stops them sticking together. And then it's perfect to go. Just like that. And that won't stick together, so it's perfect. And it also locks in all the flavour, and you can put a little bit of salt and pepper on it and it's just ready to roll. So, a little tip for you guys. Okay, so that's my pasta done. Now we're just going to chop these into... So remember, this is for the soup. So just like the mushrooms we cut for the soup earlier, I don't want it to be overly big. I want them to be able to fit on a spoon. When so you can take one spoonful and eat it nicely. So we're just going to make like little dice, just like that. Nice and equal sizes if you can. It's good to practice trying to get things equal sizes all the time because it all cooks at similar times then as well. If you have one big bit and one small bit, then the small bits are going to be disintegrated before even the big bit's cooked. So just always think when you're cooking vegetables that to make sure, or even meat as well, try and get similar sizes. It all helps. Helps in your cooking timings. Like so. Okay, so that's ready as well. I'm going to pop that into some cold water because I don't need that now, but it stops it from oxidising and going brown. So, potatoes chopped, like that. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to put some cold water on that now. Just like so. Just like that. And put that over it. Okay. Next, I've got a couple of carrots I need to do as well. So. One. Easy. Alright, that's that done. Get rid of the peelings, don't want that. Okay, and just knock the tops off, don't want those either. I want to do these a similar size as well for the soup. So we're just going to but also carrots are harder, so we're going to be, you know, these take longer to cook, carrots, than potato. So we will be starting with these for the base of our soup, as they take a lot longer to cook. So just like so. And one more. So carrots are done, and we got some. Want a bit of leek in mind for a bit of flavour, so I'll go for about half a leek, and we're just going to shred this one up. Oh, give it that bit. And that one. Okay, just going to shred this one up. And again. Okay, so we've got that as well. You see all this coming together now, guys. So we're nearly done on all the chopping that we need to do, and then we're going to be starting to cook in a minute. I want a few florets of cauliflower in mine as well. These can be a little bit bigger than the rest because they're easy to break down when they're in a soup bowl. So I'm just going to break these down a little bit. And how many more? I think this one will do, just like this. Don't want to make too much, there's only 2 of us. And it'll be for lunch at work. Right, there we go. Like so. Okay, so we've got some nice bits chopped now, guys. So we have a little organise. Fridge, and now we can start cooking. But let's bring this all back up and see what's going on. Oh, Stacey, you just purchased a subscription. Thank you so much. Hey, Mike's in the house. See what we're doing, Mike? So, guys, all that chopping is done, pretty much. Don't really need all these other bits now, so I'm just going to pop those back in the fridge. So don't need it, put it away. Back in there, I need those. And a little rubbish bowl for now. We've got that there, that can go in the wash. And put the mushrooms back in the fridge, I don't need. Okay. Right. Let's have a little break for a second before I start cooking and just see what's going on in the comments. I'm 15 doing it. I'm 15. Sebastian, I'm 15 doing GCSEs and dream is to be a chef. Nice. Nice. Where are you from, Sebastian? Where are you based? Are you going to be going to college? Yeah, it's not an easy trade. You know, it's definitely. You just make sure you're passionate. You know, if you're going to be a chef, just make sure you love food. If you love food, you'll love being a chef. If you love creativity, then do it. Why don't carrots oxidise? Because it's the starch in there's no starch in carrots, Tony. It's the starch that oxidises on the potato and turns it brown. Sometimes when you get brown potatoes, if you wash them again, they actually come back white again. So it's just the starch that starts to oxidise, and you know carrots are just full of sugar, really. Yeah, natural sugars, that is. So you don't have to worry about it. Hope that helps. Okay, let's get another angle. So let's see what's going on down here. I'm liking all these. I'm loving being able to move this around. So you can see the pasta sitting over here now. I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to wipe this wet patch off the stove from the water I spilt. Okay, and we're going to get cooking the paprikas first. Let me move this back a bit, I think. So you have to bear with me, guys. This is a new stand, so I'm trying to work out new angles. How's that one? Is that all right? Or maybe a bit further back? No, maybe. How's that? That's probably the best angle I can get there, I think. Right, let's get this going. So, get the stove on. And what we're going to start off with, guys, I've got a bit of olive oil. Like that. And we're going to start off. I'm not going to use all of these onions because I want some for the soup. But I'm going to use half of the onions and all the peppers and get those frying off with half of the garlic that I've done as well. So half of that garlic there was about 5 cloves of garlic in there. They weren't big ones, they were just small ones. So we're going to get the garlic in there, half of that. And I want the other half for the soup. The peppers can go in there. Start cooking those in. And half of the onions. And we want to brown these off nicely. And I'm just going to keep the mushrooms aside for a moment because I want to get the flavour out of this first. And then just going to put a little pinch of salt in there, like so. And that helps to bring the natural flavours out of the ingredients and start breaking them down and cooking through nicely. Guys, there's loads of you in here tonight. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. Maybe the camera angles are a bit better. You can see what's going on. So like I was saying, we're doing a subscription-only raffle for a Christmas cake that Agnes has been making. So while they're browning, I'm going to show you the Christmas cake. So, here we have a 2.5 kilo Christmas cake that Agnes has been soaking for a few months, and I'll tell you what, it's so boozy. If you're one for a lovely boozy fruit cake, then you definitely want to get involved. Right. So that Christmas cake is going to be raffled off on this Sunday. The subscribers, UK-based subscribers only, and whoever the name of Wheel of Names, yeah, I think it's Wheel of Names. Whoever it hits on, it's going to be sent out to you. So, loads of reasons to be subscribed, guys. And we'll probably do this one. We'll probably do something, an incentive once a month. We might send out like some cakes and brownies and scones and bits and bobs in the future once a month, and we'll do a little raffle. You know, so it makes it a bit more worth it and just more fun. You know, for you guys. But like I said, UK based only. We won't be sending abroad on these sorts of things. It gets a bit more complicated that way. It does look fit, doesn't it, Rick? Agnes made that one. She's been really looking after it, soaking it every week. I think she done it about half hour ago, or longer, an hour ago. She put some in. Put some brandy in it. Right. So these are just browning up still, a little bit more. That's it, it's probably give it a minute or so. Yeah, so this Sunday would be one of our lucky winners, as Agnes is saying. So we're going to go in with the mushrooms now, get those cooked down. So it's the whole point of the live tonight was to use up these mushrooms in 2 different ways. I'm just going to get a bit of colour on these, so the temperature's on high at the moment. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper into there as well. Just like so. Just stir in, cooking down. I went out in the garden earlier, and can you believe it, the parsley is absolutely gone mad outside. So good. I went down to the bottom of my garden, which is not very often. I forgot that we planted a curly parsley and it's gone absolutely mental. All this rain and warm weather has just made all our herbs then mad, which is great. So I'll be using some of that later. Looks bland. No, it's definitely not bland. It'll make it look bland at the moment, but it's not bland at the moment. Won't be bland. You're right at the beginning, that's why. You have to wait for magic to happen in cooking. But if you're a meat eater and you don't like vegetables, then it might be bland for you. But this is vegetarian dishes tonight. No meat. We don't eat meat all the time. We probably 50% of the time we're eating vegetarian dishes because vegetarian dishes are just awesome. You know, they've got so much flavour. You don't always have to eat meat, but eating meat is lovely as well, but in moderation. Right. Give those a little bit longer. So we've got so just to recap, we've got onions, garlic, red peppers, and king oyster mushroom in there, which have been diced up. So that's how far we are so far. No, it's not going to be a pasta. It's going to be Hungarian paprikas. Normally they do chicken, but we're going to do a mushroom version on this one. Okay. You know what, guys? I've just realised I've added the soup mushrooms in here, so I'm going to add some of the bigger mushrooms in there as well. Put those down, and then I'll chop up some more for the soup. But I want some chunkiness in there as well, so I'm going to add these ones in there as well and cook those down, so that we're not wasting. There we go. Because it's supposed to be bigger and bolder. So me chatting away and putting the wrong thing in the dish, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. It's just got some small bits and big bits in there now. Right, so get these big mushrooms cooked down as well now. Right, so. Okay, so while we're doing that, I'm going to get the back one on now as well and start cooking the soup bits as well. So again, you can get some oil in the pan. Oh, come on, there we go. Like so. And I'm going to put the rest of the onions in there. Comes up to heat quite quickly, this pan, because it's induction. And the rest of the garlic. So we're just getting the soup on the go. And I want to add in the carrots as well. And I want to add in the leeks. So that's like our base of our soup. So we're going to do two things at once. Okay. Get that bit down as well. Spoon. So we're just going to sweat that down, add a pinch of salt into the soup base, the back. Like that. And I've also got some woody herbs. So I've got a bit of chopped thyme here, fresh chopped thyme. And I'm going to add in a bit of rosemary as well into our soup. Just like that. You just strip it off like that. And that will add a load of flavour into there, into our soup base, and get those cooked down together. Okay, this is helping now. This is cooking down nicely. Okay, I'm going to go in with some tomatoes, and then we're going to put in some paprika as well now. we've got this Hungarian paprika, handmade in Hungary. Beautiful colour. It's a sweet paprika, it's not hot at all. Probably a little bit more, like that. It looks a lot, but it isn't, because it's not spicy paprika. You just got to mix it in just like this and fry it down now a bit. Like so. This dish is one of my favourite dishes in Hungary. It's so good. They eat it all the time over there, in the family households. And me and Aggie have been together nearly 11 years. 11 years. This on the 4th we've been together. So I've been going to Hungary quite a lot. So we want to add a bit of tomato puree in there as well. We're going to do that just to give it a bit of body to the sauce. Helps thicken it. And we've got some chicken oxo cubes, which we're going to use as well. If you're vegetarian, yeah, you can add vegetarian stock. It wouldn't be a problem. I just like the flavour of the chicken stock cubes instead. Where's the other one? I've got another one there somewhere. There it is. So I'm going to add 2 chicken stock cubes into mine. There we go. Because it's quite a big batch of food. There we go, I'm just going to get this put down. Just catching a little bit at the bottom, just give it a scrape. The water will deglaze that off the bottom in a minute. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to add some water in there as well. And we don't need masses and masses of water. So just see how we go. Don't want it to be too runny. I want to have a nice bit of sauce to it. Like that. Oh, I've put it on my stove on a lock. Let's turn it off. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more water to that and have a little taste and see what the seasoning is like. Right, that'll do. Have a little stir at the back as well. Just browning these bits off at the back for the soup. Right, I'm going to add some mushrooms in there in a minute. I'm going to add the cauliflower as well. The cauliflower's going in there. The back. So it's a country vegetable soup I'm doing as well, guys, if you only just joined. And don't worry if you've missed any, you can all catch up on my YouTube channel. It will be all updated on there later. So I've just turned this onto a medium heat and I'm just going to let this cook away now. You can see there's a lovely glossy sauce already on there. And that's just mainly from the spices that does that. And a little bit of the tomato puree as well. Oh yeah, it's lovely. Lovely flavour. So I'm just going to let that tick over. Turn it down one more, I think. And then we'll put that at the back and bring that to the front so you can see what's going on here now. Okay, so put that one up, that one down. Okay, so like I said, guys, just cooking these bits down a little bit now, just getting all the flavours going in the pan, and we want all the flavour just to sweat out in there. So I'm going to clean my board down and I'm just going to chop a few more mushrooms down again as well, because like I said before, I used the wrong mushrooms in the wrong hand, so I'm just going to chop a few more. And get rid of some of these bits as well. So I'll move you over here again, and we're just going to chop a few more mushrooms again, because I used the wrong ones. So, like I done earlier, just going to chop these into smaller bits. It's a country style soup as well, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Country style means it's rustic, you know. Give that a stir as well. Make sure we're keeping an eye on that at the same time. We just want to be able to have a lovely wholesome soup. Okay, guys, so it is chopped, like so. When I'm at work, I do things a bit more precise, but this is like a rustic soup, guys. I don't, I want to make it in good time for you, so you can see what's going on. I want to go through all the stages with you. Okay. I think that will do. That will be enough, I think. Into the pot as well. So coming back to the pot now. Just browning these off, these bits of cauliflower. Get this going. In with the mushrooms. As we're adding these different ingredients and just taking the flavours out, we're layering up the flavours. And what I mean by layering up flavours is like you get different textures, you get different flavour notes coming through. And it's one of the most important ways to get flavour into a dish. Like for example, look at this bit of cauliflower, for example. Look, see that brownness on there? That all helps. That all helps with the flavour of the dish. Oh, I've blocked my stove again. What is going on with this thing? There we go. In the back one. Right. So this all helps, and we're just going to sweat all this down. And then we're going to add, in a minute, when these are all sweat down nicely, we're going to add a bit of flour. And then we're going to add some more chicken stock or vegetable stock. Actually, you know what? I'll do vegetable stock on this one. We've done chicken stock already. And then we'll add water, and it'll create a lovely, wholesome bodied soup. Oh, we need to put some potato in there as well. We'll do that as well. So, potato can go in there as well. Like so. Lovely farmhouse soup. So many flavours and vitamins and minerals in this soup. Have a little stir at the back as well, make sure that's all going well, which it is. It's all cooking in lovely. So, while that's cooking down, guys, let's see what's going on with the comments. How is everyone doing? So, see what's going on. What have I missed? Thank you very much, T. Daniel. I'm glad you're liking it so far. So I hope you're liking the new camera angles tonight, so you can see what's going on. Because I've got a new stand, so I can move it anywhere in the kitchen, unlike my other one that I used to have. The other one broke the other day, and that was an absolute nightmare. So I've got another one off Amazon, and this one's been brilliant so far. You can just move it around like that. There we go. Okay, it's a bit of flour time. Know the truth, you're still wondering why. Okay, so just going to add a couple of spoons of plain flour in there. A tiny bit more. There we go. And we're just going to start stirring this in like this. And what that does is it captures all of those juices in the pan like that. And then we just want to cook it out just a little bit. And now we want to start adding some water in there. So you get some cold water. It can be hot or cold water. Doesn't matter. just going to add a bit. This is cold water out of the kettle. I'm just using it because it's easier to pour. And put it back on here, and then we're just going to start incorporating this, stirring it nice and well, and just building it up. So like this, a bit more. And also, I'm going to make it a little bit thinner because the potatoes in there are going to cook as well, and that's also going to help it to thicken up. And you can see it's starting to build a nice white sauce in there. I'm going to add some veggie stock as well. So, get a bit of veggie stock in there. Bit of veggie stock in there. That's that in there. That was about that much. It's about a dessert spoon of veggie stock in there. It helps season it. I'm going to turn the heat right up. This is pretty much ready now as well, guys. Okay. So this is the paprikas at the moment, guys. Look how lovely that sauce is. Nice and lovely and shiny. I'm going to check the seasoning in a moment as well. Okay. So, sorry guys about going quiet for a sec. I was just playing with this blasted stove again. Bloody thing. Bane of my life. Right. Okay, so we've got the veggie stock in there. We have also got that cooking away. I'm just going to bring it up to the boil and see if it needs any more water. I'm going to pop a lid on it as well, because that'll help to create steam in the pan, and also help to cook all the vegetables inside nicely as well. But before I do that, I just want to see how thick it's going to go. So we just give it a few secs. Okay, just like so. Put that in the fridge and have a little tidy up. So I'm just clearing on my side now because I don't want all this all hanging around, so I'm going to get rid of it. So make my side nice and clean, so I can show you when I serve up, then it'll be a bit more cleaner for you guys to see while this cooks. Because cooking isn't glamorous when you're doing it all from scratch. It can get messy, but it's all about cleaning down, keeping yourself organised. That's the main thing. Okay, let's have a look. What's going on now? Right, let's come up to the boil. Yeah, and that's definitely thickened. So I'm just going to turn it down now. Add a bit more water. I'm going to pop a lid on it for a little bit. If you wanted to use a little bit of white wine, that's completely up to you, but yes you can. It'll give it a completely different complexity on flavours. I don't like to use wine in it because you're sort of covering up the flavours of the vegetables, so you know that's why I probably wouldn't. But if you want to have a bit of a wine flavour in there, there's nothing stopping you from adding it. There's no right or wrong way in cooking. It's just all down to personal preference. Don't ever feel that you have to follow a recipe. If you want to make something your own, then make it your own because you like it, not because of how the recipe says. You know, if something says put wine in it and you're wrong, you know, no one's there to say whether you're right or wrong. You know, because that's the whole point of cooking at home. It's whatever you like to have. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was a fair comment as well, but you know. So guys, I'm going to chop this parsley quickly. I'll move the camera over. I want to use some for my soup and some for my paprikas, just to garnish it up a little bit. So, best way. I've already taken a lot of the stalks on there, but some of these like thinner stalks, they got so much flavour in them, so you don't have to get rid of it all. what I find to chop herbs is just bunch them all up as tight as possible, like that, and then you just run the knife through it like that, and that makes it lovely and fine like that. Oh, my pad's falling. Let's slide that back up. There we go. Right, let's see what's going on, guys. It's glitching. What's oh, is it all glitching, guys? Is it glitching? Really? I apologise if it's glitching. It's nothing to do with me, I promise. Is it any better now? Is it all working okay? Hopefully it's alright for you now, guys. Hopefully it's not doing it too much. Just going to give the super stir. That's coming together lovely. Rolling, 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 rolling. Okay, so I'm going to serve up some of this this lovely paprikas, so you can see what's going on. Get a bowl. So I've got one of these bowls here, this will do. And I've got some pasta. Pasta I cooked earlier. Sorry?